Welcome to the channel. I'm Rob.
I'm Amanda.
Today, we're upgrading our 370 dual-speed gearbox with a RC 52,000 RPM 370 motor and metal gears. We already got all our gears and everything out of here, and this cleaned and degreased. And now we got our old motor and our new motor. As you can see, the pinion length is different. So our first step is going to be taking this pinion off and putting it on here. So to swap the pinion, we're going to use this pinion puller from phantomshop.club. There'll be a link in the description where you can get this. We'll just simply take our pinion puller, set it up, put our motor and pinion in there, and make sure it's lined up right, and just spin this to press the gear off. You could take a little bit of heat to it, and that would loosen it up, but we're able to just give it a little pull, and now we got that gear off. And then we simply repeat the process with our new motor. Give it a couple turns, it should pop off, and now we just have to press this a little bit longer gear onto the end of this and get it to the right depth so it'll line up on the gears. To get the proper distance, I'm going to install the motor, and then I'll take a gear and line it up so it's at the right distance, and that's where we'll set our motor pinion. So we take our gear shifter thing right here that goes onto this brass thing. You want our long side going this way with the small gear, a little bit shorter side with the big gear. And we take this, and this goes in here, and this piece right here has to go with this fork going into it. So however we accomplish that, okay. So we're going to want to press on this with our finger to compress that all the way. And then we'll take our gear set and try to do it so you can see it. Stick it out the output shaft spot. Once we get that shaft to slide in, that'll be our output shaft. Then get our gears on there. See if we can see the mechanism in here. Okay, so then we have our gear change unit, output shaft and gears with the low gear and high gear. And then we take this and the big gear in first, and that's going to ride on the small gear, and this little gear rides on the big gear. This is locked together, and when you have this thing slide and it chooses to gear, that's how we have 2 speeds. Then this little piece will drop in here whatever way you can see how it fits. So it's going to be small on first, and it's going to ride on the big gear we just put in. Make sure we have our shaft installed correctly. Then we got the other one on here. Make sure all the shafts are lined up, and obviously you're going to want to grease this up really good before assembling it. But for the sake of YouTube, we're going to do it dry. And then we slide all this together, being careful to get all the pins to go in the holes without having any gears fall off. And if it don't work with jiggling it together, just make sure you get all your gears maybe in one side like this. It seems like it might be right. So we've got all our gears loaded in this side. Then we have our motor and this other piece over here. Now this should make it a lot easier to slide it all together. Just line up our pins. Let's start with the longest pin first. Kind of spin it around, make sure everything's lining up. My shift lever isn't lining up, so we'll kind of guide it into the hole. Snap it all together, and there we go. We have our metal geared 370 dual speed assembled. Grab that, and it's tight on the motor. So now we'll pull it back apart. You can see how the stuff goes. Well, I'm going to get this greased up and screwed back together. And the good thing about having 20 or 30 WPLs is the little packets of grease they send. I got plenty of those. I'm sure if you used a marine grease or something water resistant, that would be better, like a white lithium grease. But we're just going to toss in some WPL blue grease. So I just emptied the whole pack of grease in there, pulled it apart a little bit. You can kind of see it in there. Made sure all the gears are covered. Get it back together. We'll get some screws in here, and we'll hook it up to some power to show you that it works. Okay, we got your Gen X 1000 milliamp hour 2S lipo battery that we're going to be using for testing this out. And we just got the plug that came in with the kit. And we'll just kind of get this in here and touch it just to get it to spin. So there we go. We got power. So it works. So we'll be getting this installed in our new truck. We just got a WPL C24 kit version, and we're going to be using this WPL dual speed gearbox with the RC metal gears and 52,000 RPM motor in the WPL C24 with the portal axles. Everybody's been wanting to see the portal axles. Well, we got our portal axle video coming up, and this is the motor and gearbox that's going in that build. We got a little heat sink that you can run on these. Get that snapped down in place. Kind of got to squeeze it a little bit to tighten it up. Snap that on. Whatever orientation works good, that's not going to hit the drive shaft or your body. I don't know if this is actually necessary, but if we can run it, we'll run it. Keep it a little bit cooler. But see y'all next time. Bye.